So I know it probably looks like I was just tossing those around willy-nilly, and that's because I basically was. But these things are tough. I just let them toss about. If they lose a couple leaves, then I just propagate those and I have more succulents. So today is a work day. I'm on my way to work, but I do have this really nice gap in my schedule, which isn't as common, but it is the Saturday after New Year's, so a lot of my clients are out of town, and I thought I could maximize that gap by getting those plants into the ground. But before I go to work, I am gonna stop by the home improvement store and I'm gonna see what plants they have on sale, and I'm kind of a plant clearance junkie. Most importantly though, I'm gonna stop and get some coffee first.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you today?
May I have a grande iced mocha?
$4.45 with
Thank you. So in addition to really enjoying being a therapist and helping other therapists get started in private practice, I really love gardening. My husband and I downsized coming up almost on a year now. So I gave up this beautiful garden and we now live in a rental, so I can't plant in the ground. I do have some container garden going on. So my love of gardening has started to transfer over to the office a little bit, and I have these planters that have been neglected because when I left on maternity leave, I just totally dropped the ball on them. But one thing I did get to bring with me when we downsized was I took cuttings from all of my succulents in our old garden and planted them in a pot to save them. So I brought some succulents from my home and we're going to be planting those in those pots because, as you're going to see really soon, those pots are looking real sad and they need some love. I think our clients do really appreciate when we put some effort into our offices and put our like little stamp of ourselves there. If you come into my office and you see that there's plants everywhere, I mean, that kind of says something that I put my own little special Marie touch there. So maybe you might have some ways that you can put your special touch on your office. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Sunglasses kind of day. It's a beautiful day. All right, so I'm back in my car. I did not find any clearance plants, but guess what they did have? I found bulbs. If you're not familiar with planting bulbs, you get a ton of bang for your buck. I mean, this is 70 gladiolas for $14, and then I did also get some dahlias, dahlias. We're gonna plant those with our succulents and see if we can make it work. I need to hurry up and head over to the office now because I maybe spent a little bit too long in Home Depot, so I'll see you after I meet with my clients when I'm ready to plant. All right, so I just finished meeting up with my first batch of clients, catching up on some notes and client emails, and now I'm ready for some gardening. I have just one more client left and there's like an hour and 15 minutes until her appointment. But first I'm gonna switch into something I don't mind getting a little dirty. All right, that feels much better. I'm gonna set an alarm on my phone because I have a way of losing track of time when I'm working on projects. Boom, we're ready to do this. On Saturdays, I tend to be the only one in the office, which is kind of nice. Here we go. Such a nice day. So here's what we're working on over here. This area back here. And you can see my little supplies, I already got them out. So as you can see, this is not looking too cute. We got some dead, wow, very dead plants. These guys really took a toll while I was on maternity leave. I'm gonna leave them just to see if they flush out again in the spring, and if they don't, I will take them down. What are you gonna do? So I think it's really gonna make a big difference to clean these things out to start off. So let's do that. All right, so I think that already makes me feel a whole lot better about the situation, even though it's looking pretty sad. So now I'm gonna put the bulbs in. We'll see how far I get with the time I have. So I realize that this looks the same or maybe even worse compared to before, but the thing about bulbs is they tend to pop up pretty quickly in my area. Pretty soon there's gonna be some green stuff popping up on the back, and the idea is that I'm just gonna have some succulents here in the front. Oh, let me show you my succulents first. So I know this might seem like a lot, but it's actually not that much. I do have just a couple more here that are outgrowing their pot. The roots are coming out the bottom. We'll see how far we can make these stretch. Okay, so I'm not mad about the direction that this is headed right now. I'm gonna just keep going down the line and see how far I get before it's time to see my client. Also, for those of y'all who are gardeners, this is such a no-no mixing these different things together, but it's so dry where I live that this tends to work to mix succulents with other plants, but we'll see if that actually works out. Well, it looks like I'm fresh out of time for today. I didn't get too far. I at least got the bulbs in the ground. If I'm lucky, I'm gonna figure out how to come in tomorrow. If not, it might be like another week or something before I finish this because it's getting cold and dark. I need to clean up before my client. So it's about a week and a half later or so, and I came by just to throw in the rest of the cuttings. I literally just plopped them in, and we'll see how they do. I'm not gonna water them in because it's been raining. I'm hopeful that in the next couple of months, this is gonna look a lot nicer than it does right now. I'll try to remember to come on and give some sort of update. Maybe it's on Instagram or maybe on YouTube, just to see how this is doing. I cannot get this thing straight for the life of me. Do you have any tips for that? I could take some tips. Anyway, it's been really fun fixing this up. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have an awesome day. Today's video is brought to you by TherapyNotes.com. TherapyNotes helps with scheduling, notes, and billing so that you can spend more time with your clients and less time on back office paperwork. Click the link in the description of this video to get 2 months to try it for free with no commitment. We're going on an adventure, a planned adventure, yeah. That's what happens when you work by the airport.